Hey guys, long time no talk. I am playing a new game, Ace Attorney, the Phoenix Wright trilogy. I'm going into this completely blind. I played an Ace Attorney game before, but on the DS, and my puny brain cannot recall anything from that, so we're going in blind. This one is first, so I'm gonna play this one. Let's play Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Wow, I can't read. I am gonna be narrating this. If you hate my voice, then let me know in the comments, and then I'll just make the TikTok voice or something to it. Oh, some pomegranate juice. Damn it. Why me? I don't even know if it's a girl or a boy. I can't get caught. Not like this. Oh, it's a boy. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Oh, he's got a fucking crazy mole on his temple. August 3rd. 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hi, Ashif. Ooh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone ticks on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Oh, sorry. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. This is what I would do if I was fucking committed for anything. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? It's the guy in the purple suit. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Ooh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time. Oh yeah, I'm playing this on PC, by the way, guys. Remember to check... can I do it now? No, I can't. Remember to check it off and do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cinderblock. Cindy, it's Cindy. Can I look at this? R. Cindy Stone, the victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Get me out of here. Wait. Sorry, I got confused by Cinderblock. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The Thinker. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Just need some water there. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. You're telling me a man named Larry Butts gets excited easily? He just twitched. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim has recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you, anyways? Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it. Lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Can I look at this stuff now? I can't. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Mrs. Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... I kind of want to wait and see what happens. But I think they want me to stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Wince. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I think I want him to answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. I don't think these choices matter. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Oh my god. Your Honor. Objection! The defendant is lying. Lying? Prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is that correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Oh, it was from noon to 6. Now, Mr. Wright, yes? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove that he's not? You hold the key, it's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him, thinking it's strange. I looked inside the apartment, then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Time of death 7:31 to, I guess that'll work. Went to nearby park 1 p.m. Present this as objection. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh, objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do, point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Bro, there was a blackout. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right, you know what to do. I've got this one. See, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Which one of these is it, though? I guess this one? Hold it right there. Prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Well, the defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Got your ass. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Bro, he fumbled twice. We don't need to hear it. I know it's this guy. I watched the opening sequence. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time... Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. Actually, I need to look at some of this stuff. Should I press him? The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Can I keep pressing it? Actually, I didn't hear that. Guys, am I stupid? Yes, I know, Mia. You wouldn't be able to see it unless it was like the murder weapon. Oh, I don't know what to do here. I guess. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it in there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mrs. Payne? As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? I guess you wouldn't hear it unless you did the switch. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness testimony. There's only one way he could have known the weapon was a clock, is to hold in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon smoked just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never, look, the clock, I heard, no, I saw. Bruh. Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... What is this in the top right corner? Try sounding the clock? Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? What time is it now? It's 11:25. Heck. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! You forgot one thing. While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. I guess because she was just in, like, London or whatever. It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all this way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I feel you. Did I not? Did I lose? Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Yeah. Me, I mean Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. It's so over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume this clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. It's because she traveled. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yeah, I can do that. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Huh, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. It's the fucking passport. She went to Paris. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day of the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say Mr. Did It? Oh my god, we killed him. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Solid grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. I got ketchup on the floor. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. I said August 3rd. Phew. I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Harry Butts. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just wanna just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friends? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I mean, she brought this to Paris with her. I think that's it. Take that. Yeah, take that, Larry. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is a clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock. That's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Is she gonna die? Sounds like she's the next fucking victim. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner, on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Yeah, she dies, bro. What the hell? The end. The whole game's over. A brand new episode has been added. Saving content. Yes. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thanks for watching. I should have done it before. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoy this, leave me a comment. Let me know what I can improve on. If you guys don't want me to voice over everything, if you guys feel like you can just read it, let me know too. Otherwise, it was obviously the tutorial episode, but we'll keep it going some other time. Thanks for watching.